Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Beata Emily Madasand for those of you who do not know me. And if you are a regular fan of this BEM family, like I would love to really thank you, like give you a special thanks. And to the new subscribers also, thank you so much. I can see that the family is really growing and I appreciate that. So in this video, I'm just going to give you the tips and tricks on how to write the networking essay. And if you do not know, Chevening requires you to write 4 essays. So I've already made another video that is on leadership, and now I'm going to talk about this networking essay, and then I'll talk about the other one in some other video. So please, if you haven't watched any kind of videos that are related to Chevening from my YouTube channel, please do so. There is a playlist from the general tricks up until to the specific tips and tricks, because this scholarship is so much competitive. You need to make sure that when you write something that it will speak for you, because remember, you won't be there to respond to any kind of question when the reader or the readers really need further assistance. So please make sure that you watch those videos. Anyway, let me get down into the, and as I did with the leadership essay, I'll also do the same with this networking essay. I will give you guys the example that I used, or that I could use if I was asked that question again. And I'm doing this just because I want you guys to probably have an image or probably relate easily on what is really needed. So that's what I'm going to do. I wrote some of the points down here. So before any further ado, let me read what this question says right here. Chevening is looking for individuals with strong professional relationship building skills, individuals who will engage with the Chevening community and influence, lead in their chosen profession. It also further states, please explain how you build and maintain relationships in professional capacity, using clear examples of how you currently did this, and outline how you hope to use the skills in the future. So you are expected to write a minimum of 100 words and a maximum of 500 words. Please, like I said again last time, don't be fooled by the number of words. Make sure that you don't write anything less than 100 words, but don't write something that exceeds 500. But don't think that when you have written 500 words, then it's already guaranteed that you're going to win the scholarship. No, remember, there's so much competitive. Let me remind you once again, there were about 70,000 applicants last year, and only about 1,500 applicants were taken, if I'm not mistaken, 1,500 or 1,200, but something like that. So when you write, you need to make sure that you're going to write something that is so clear. So you have to partition your essay. There's an introduction, there is the body, and there's also the conclusion. And you don't just write for the sake of writing. And I'm still going to refer you to the same thing. You're going to partition it the same way, and you're going to use the STAR approach. That is the STAR that I did talk about. So simply, this question just wants to know, if are you able to maintain to have relationships either at work or but basically professionally. Are you able to maintain those kind of relationships that you probably get at work? The relationship that you probably have with people, is it sustainable? If it is sustainable, like what has the relationship, or yes, what is the outcome of the relationship? Like, is there something that you can proudly stand here and say, when I met so and so, this is what I did, and it has really brought a positive impact to these people? So there are questions that I would like you guys to bear in mind, and make sure that when you're done with writing your essay, you have answered those questions. I've written them down. So the first question would be, have you shown your exceptional networking skills either at work, that is professionally, personally, or on social media? And don't forget to show evidence, guys. It's so much important to show evidence. Yes, and have you shown evidence? And has there been an ability to use those contacts or the network that you made? Like, have you made use of contacts in order to achieve a positive result, or in order to influence other people, or in order to lead others? And also, have you stated numerous examples of the networking skills that you probably have made? You're not going to be able to just give out one example. I would say you give out 2 or 3 or even more. And obviously, those examples should be the best examples, like I said with the first video, that is the leadership video. And then also, have you made multiple references to the Chevening community? And have you showed the number of benefits, either professionally, personally, benefits in your community, that is indirectly, benefits in your country, benefits probably in your continent, benefits globally? And also, if I say benefits in your country, that is upon return, because you are expected to come back. And when it comes to the benefit, when it comes to this one whereby it says, have you made multiple reference to Chevening community, like you have your own plug right here. Don't be shy to make me a reference. Don't be shy. They won't ask you who Beata is. They already know me, and they already know what the impact that I did or that I do. So don't be shy. And with this one, please do not forget, it's very, very much crucial. Like, it's more about, like, we can't just give our scholarship to somebody who does not know how he or she is going to benefit in this scholarship. And I would say this right now, Chevening scholarship has a network of about 50,000 people. Obviously, you're going to benefit something, not even something, you're going to benefit a lot of things out of this. You're going to network with other people, you're going to collaborate with other people, you're going to do numerous things with other people from diverse cultures. You know, you're going to learn so much from those people. So you better make sure that you have really responded to these questions that I have said, and don't just respond to them without showing or without telling the reader how you did that. Don't forget to show the percentages or the stats in that. Don't forget, if you mention a problem, relate it with something that is known. Also refer, if you are somebody who has who is in a health sector, refer that with what WHO says. If you are in agri, refer that with what FAO is saying. And if you are in education like me, refer that to, what is this, UNICEF. You know, don't just state an example just like that and then you done. No, don't do that. So coming to my example, I was working at LANFOD. LANFOD is a Lesotho National Federation of Organizations of the Disabled. So that is, it's the mother organization of organizations of people with disabilities in my country. So there are about 4 organizations that are under LANFOD. So I was working there for 5 months as ECCD, Inclusive Education Officer, for 5 months. So what was my role there? I was working, like I said, that it's a mother organization of 4 other organizations. So I was working hand in hand with representatives from these 4 organizations. So I was the 5th person, but leading all these people. So what was our duty? Our responsibility was to ensure that we advocate for inclusion, or yes, for inclusion at ECCD centers. And we were not just working alone, we were also working with the sister organization, that is NECDO. And then we were working with the Ministry of Education. This whole process was this whole project was funded by UNICEF Lesotho. So make sure that you are not going to talk about the we part of it. I just wanted to give you an insight of what we were doing, but do not say we, because it's not about we, it's about you, like I had said in the previous video of the leadership. And please, I'm very serious about this one. Please make sure that you watch the first video, because there's more like a continuation of that other first video. And how were we ensuring that we were advocating for inclusion of ECCD centers? or why would we do that? And this was because Lanford and UNICEF had noticed that most of these ECD centers are really not inclusive. So they wanted to incorporate the school readiness initiative, but they wanted it to be inclusive such that it accommodates each and every learners with disability and those without disability, and them learning in in the same environment without any kind of segregation or whatsoever. So we made sure that we were doing holding workshops to community leaders like chiefs, holding workshops to parents of children with disabilities, holding workshops to teachers, and I was leading that program and making sure that I was probably helping. I was working hand in hand with those people. And we also had the other person. Who is this other person? She is a she's a transformational coach. So after completion of that project, like, I felt like there was still so much that needed to be done, so much, because we were just working in 3 districts of Lesotho. If you guys do not know, it has 10 districts, so which means that this other 7 districts were kind of left. And it's true that other districts were more kind of developed than the others. I'm talking about Maseru, it's way too developed than the other districts. I'm talking about Leribe, it's way too developed. But still, in those districts, there are those kind of schools that still need what I would say, they still need enlightenment about information that relates to inclusive education and whatsoever. So I thought to myself, okay, it's fine. It's true that the contract has ended, 5 months is over, but there's still so much that needs to be done. And I was thinking, like, okay, what can I probably do to ensure that I continue this? So I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I want to think of something that is not going to be too costly for me. So I said, okay, I want to plan something like this, but this time around I'm going to plan a workshop for parents of children with disabilities in Maseru. Maseru is a capital, it's a city of Lesotho, and that is where I used to live most of my time. So it's like, okay, I want to plan a workshop for parents of children with disabilities in that area, because that area hasn't had something like that before. Because remember, I said we were working in the other 3 districts, which are Mafting, Mahalisuku, and Uti only. So this was the 4th one. I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And I thought, because I was a Mandela Washington fellow, I'm now a Mandela Washington alumni, I was like, okay, I know very well that they would assess me and they would buy this thing. They would assist me with giving me the space. All that I had to do was to apply and then tell them what it will be about, and also what I would need, and also when it would be. So I applied and I was like, okay, I would like to host this kind of workshop for parents of children with disabilities, and this is because I want them to be enlightened more about issues related to their children. So I was granted permission. Now the problem was, and then I had a sponsor for, what is this, I had a sponsor for, okay, excluding the sponsor for the hall, I had sponsor for water, which is another lady who worked at the American Embassy. I had sponsor for Snacks, yes, who is somebody whom I worked with at the National University of Lesotho. She is a lecturer. And then I was the 4th sponsor because there was something like lunch. So I was like, I can't do this alone. Obviously, I'm going to work hand in hand with the people I worked with. So I sold that idea to them, and some of them were very much happy, and they were like, okay, just tell us when the day is and we will come. And out of this 4 people, only 2 people came. That is people from those organizations of people with disabilities. That is people, 1 rep from people with physical disability and 1 rep from visual disability organization, and I was the 3rd person. And then I also talked to a transformational coach, so she also bought it, and she was like, no, I am free. So we hosted that workshop, and it was such a success because I only wanted parents of children with disabilities in in Masero. But trust me, there was someone who was from, or some people, it was a couple actually, that came from the other district, and that was way too far. They came there, and I was just so happy. It was such a success. It was such a success. So this is an example that one could probably bring here. It's true, I worked with these people for 5 months, but what our relationship did not just stop there, it continued. And even if I would love to have any kind of project right now, or they would love to have any kind of project, they know I'm always here, and I know that they are also always there. And we did a positive impact, and it was all because of what the relationship that we guys had, and because I felt like there was still a lot that really needed to be done. So there are so many examples that one could probably give out. I don't want this video to be like prolonged, but please make sure that you give out relevant examples and not just one example. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. Until we meet again next time, bye.